Have you ever checked your credit report and felt a knot of dread in your stomach? You're scrolling through the details, feeling pretty good about your financial habits, and then you see it. An account you don't recognize. A late payment you know you made on time. Or a balance that seems way too high. You double check, and the error is still there. Now what? You use Borrowell, you trust it, but now your report seems wrong. What do? First, let's get a few things straight. Borrowell is a fantastic tool that gives you free access to your credit score and credit report. But it's important to understand that Borrowell itself doesn't generate the information on your credit report. They get that information from one of Canada's two main credit bureaus, Equifax. So, when you see an error on your Borrowell report, you're actually seeing an error on your Equifax report. This is a crucial distinction because it means you need to go to the source to get the problem fixed. So, let's start with step 1, identifying the error. This might seem obvious, but it's more than just a quick glance. You need to be methodical. Borrowell provides a clear, easy-to-read report, so take the time to go through every single section. What are you looking for? You're looking for common credit report errors, and they can be sorted into a few categories. First, there are identity errors. This could be a misspelled name, an old address, or even a mixed file where your information is combined with someone who has a similar name. While these might seem minor, they can cause a lot of headaches, especially if a lender can't verify your identity. Next, you need to look at account status errors. This is often where the most impactful mistakes occur. Did an account get marked as late when you paid on time? Is a closed account still showing up as open? Is the account balance wrong? Maybe you're listed as the owner of an account when you're just an authorized user. These are the kinds of errors that can directly lower your credit score. Then there are data management errors. This can be a bit more subtle. It might be a debt that's listed twice, making it look like you owe more than you do. It could also be an account that's been corrected but then incorrectly reinserted onto your report later on. And finally, you have to be vigilant for potential fraud or identity theft. If you see an account that you have no memory of opening, or hard inquiries from lenders you never applied to, that's a major red flag. If you suspect this, you need to take additional steps, which we'll cover later. Okay, you've reviewed your report, and you've found an error. Now you have proof, and you're ready to take action. This brings us to step 2, gathering your evidence. This is arguably the most important part of the entire process. You need to prove that the information is wrong. You can't just call up and say, "Hey, this is incorrect." You need to back up your claim with documentation. So, what kind of documents should you gather? It depends on the error. If a payment was incorrectly marked as late, you should find a copy of your bank statement or a receipt showing that the payment was made on time. If an account balance is wrong, you'll want to get a recent statement from that creditor showing the correct balance. If it's a matter of identity, like a misspelled name or wrong address, a government-issued ID or a utility bill with the correct information will be your proof. Organize all of these documents. Make copies, not originals, because you'll be sending them to the credit bureau, and you want to keep the originals for your own records. Now for step 3, the dispute process. Since Borrowell gets its data from Equifax, your main point of contact is Equifax. You can't simply file a dispute through Borrowell's platform. They will point you toward the credit bureau. You have a few options for filing a dispute with Equifax. You can do it online, by phone, or by mail. While the online option might seem the fastest, many experts recommend sending a dispute by mail. This is because you can include a detailed letter and all of your supporting documents. It creates a clear paper trail. When you write your letter, be clear and concise. State your full name, address, and contact information. Include the account number of the disputed item and a clear, detailed explanation of what is wrong and why. Mention the documents you've enclosed as proof. You can also use a pre-written dispute form from Equifax, but it's a good idea to supplement it with your own letter. This ensures all your specific concerns are addressed. A pro tip, send your letter via certified mail with a return receipt requested. This provides you with proof that Equifax received your dispute and when. But you're not done yet. Step 4. Contacting the data furnisher. The data furnisher is the company that reported the incorrect information in the first place, the bank, the credit card company, the collections agency. It's a good idea to dispute the error with both the credit bureau and the furnisher at the same time. Why do this? Because if the furnisher corrects the error on their end, they are required to update the information they send to the credit bureau. This can often speed up the entire process and ensure the correction sticks. You'll want to follow a similar process, write a clear letter, include your supporting documentation, and send it by certified mail. Now, you wait. Step 5. The investigation. Once Equifax receives your dispute, they have a certain time frame to investigate. In Canada, credit bureaus must investigate the dispute and respond to you. They will contact the data furnisher to verify the information. During this time, it's crucial to keep all your records. Keep copies of the dispute letters, the certified mail receipts, and any correspondence you receive from Equifax or the data furnisher. You may be asked for additional information. So, how long does this take? Generally, credit bureaus have a certain number of days to investigate and respond. For minor issues like a typo in your name, the correction might be quick. For more complex disputes, it could take a bit longer. Once the investigation is complete, Equifax must provide you with the results in writing. If they agree that there was an error, they will correct it on your credit report and send you a free, updated copy. What if they don't agree? What if they say the information is correct? This brings us to step 6, escalation. If you're not satisfied with the outcome, you have options. You can ask Equifax to include a consumer statement on your credit report. This is a brief note you write explaining the dispute from your perspective. It won't change your credit score, but it will be visible to any lender who pulls your report in the future, giving them your side of the story. You can also file a complaint with the appropriate Provincial Consumer Affairs Office or with the Financial Consumer Agency of Canada, FCAC, especially if you feel you haven't been treated fairly. The FCAC has a complaints handling process for federally regulated financial institutions, and while they don't regulate credit bureaus directly, they can offer guidance. Don't let an incorrect late payment or misspelled name derail your financial goals. By being proactive, gathering your evidence, and following the right channels, you can get those errors corrected and get your credit report back on track. With that said, thanks for watching and until next time.